Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. It's Pillars of Eternity week, it's back round again, and I'm looking forward to diving in and continuing Fedoran and Co.'s adventures. Now, I've got a small confession to make, and that is that I've been playing a lot of Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. I purchased it last week, I think. Just over a week ago, and really been enjoying it. So if I get a little bit confused about controlling the camera and highlighting characters and such, you'll know why. Right, so as we left off last time, we were here in Brackenbury, having left Ondra's gift in a bit of a fury, really, because we took down the merchant, the Valian merchant, down at portside. He brought it on himself, rather unfortunately. We don't like to slay a fellow Valian, but a very powerful house were involved. House Dominel. They could be useful in our impending battle, of which we have to recruit some fighting men. And in addition to that, Fedoran likes to impress the nobles, the aristocracy, because there's no like doing favours for the bigwigs. They tend to return those favours. So yes. So together with his burglary of this here manor, he's now committed murder. But we'll just kind of brush under the carpet a little bit. You know what I mean? Self-defence, I'm sure, if it ever gets to a court of law. Right, so today's session, I'm going to try and keep it to around about half an hour to 40 minutes because I'm going to do my very best to get this up today, Monday. I'm recording this Monday evening. It'll go up around about 10 o'clock British Standard Time, so I got to keep it relatively shortish so that I can get it up in time. But this is just a dipping the toe back into the waters of Pillars of Eternity. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to try and head back to the archives. We have slightly increased our reputation with Defiance Bay. We're now considered an ally, so just seeing if that is enough for us to pursue those records for Adair. Because I'm sure he's been bugging for Dawn. Can we just have another? Can we just try again? Can we just try again, please? I just really need to find out about my brother, and you know, Fedoran being Fedoran, he can't help. He can't turn down a request for help, especially from his own companions. Right there. Where the hell are we? We need to be going up there. That's right. Okay, just getting our bearings here. Stock. No. Am I? Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking no. Am I going? What on earth is going on? Okay, so I remember seeing some assassins in the... Brackenbury, yes, just before we had that apparition. It appears there are assassins here too, which is certainly not good. Hey. Can we bypass assassins? Fedoran, not one for confrontation if he can avoid it, but this might not be avoidable. I don't think it is. They really are impeding our path. We have no choice but to take him down. Okay, this is a bit of a baptism of fire. To say that I haven't played this game for almost 3 weeks, yeah, could be a bit rusty on the old battlefield, shall we say. But, well, we need to pass, and we ain't going to be stopped by some bandits in the night. Oh, well, maybe we are. Oh, shooting hellfire. We have a spellcaster who's casting what appears to be some kind of either bounding missiles or Minolettas missiles, which is not good. We could really do with stopping that ASAP. Bounding missiles of our own, as quick as can be. What else do we want to do? As I said, I'm a bit rusty. I think we're going to head straight in, take down the mage if possible. We'll have Itsumak take down one attack on that side. We'll have Nadog take down another on that side. Oh boy. Holy mackerel! How many of these bleeders are there? Thankfully, it was only minor missiles, which is perfectly reasonably fine. Who is this clown coming pretty swiftly, I might add? Are we going to be able to do this? Yes, we are. Oh dear, Kana, you're going to have to switch to melee, pal, because he is looking like he wants to take a piece of Fedoran, which really is not appreciated. Oh my god. Is this going to be a opportunity attack? Right, that seems to have done some damage. This is bad. This is bad. This is very bad. Where's Itamak? Still taking a chunk of the assassin. He's still fighting here. Where is... Yeah, he's taking down the mage. Yes, that's fine. Right, Fedoran is going to have to do some AoEing, I think. Let's see if we can just... Okay, maybe see if we can pop... Let me see, let me think here, let me think. Expose vulnerabilities. No. Blindness. It's not very big, but it may help. That's blindness. Where you going, you stupid fool? Where you going? What are you doing? Don't leave the battle. Right, we have blinded him. Oh, web. Okay. Whoa, he really wants a piece of Fedora, this guy. He really wants a piece of him. He's chasing him. He's actually quite heavily armoured. Right, we're going to have to run in here and cast some kind of buffs, I think. We're going to go for the old holy... We don't need that just yet. We may need a little bit of armour. That could be useful. Right, Nadog. Come on, take this guy down. I think there's a two mages here? Could be, right. Take down the... Let's turn on defender mode for tanking. Right, we're going to have to get this guy down. Kana's going to struggle to get him on his own, so we're going to... Necrotic Lance. Itsumak is now coming to attack here, which means she should attack the same target. He's casting one buff, and we're going to go for another. I think we're going to go... Actually, Iconic Projection would be good. We can get quite a few people with that. Alright, that seemed to work. That seemed to work. This assassin's going down. This assassin's going down. Let's fire at him. Let's see if we can knock down this magey type. There we go. Oh, that's what we like to see. That's good. Okay, we're just about getting there now. Just about getting there. So I told you, a bit of a ring rust situation. Nothing more, nothing less. Bit of attacking here. Right. Another knockdown. Yeah. Okay. Knock him down then instead. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Whew. We'll mop the old brow. There's yeah, a little bit hairy, to say the very least. Thankfully they weren't massively strong because, as I said, baptism of fire and all that. Okay, just some odds and ends. Scrawled notes. Written on this scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of Fedoran, including his name, his distinguishing features, and everyone he's been associated with. Now, what on earth is that all about? Who wants him dead? Couple of grimoires, novice grimoires. We can always sell them if push comes to shove. They're quite lucrative if we don't learn the spells from them, of course. Alright.
Hey.
So the assassins are out for Fedoran. We did wonder. Didn't want to believe it. Perhaps we're just random assassins out for somebody else. But no, they are out for us. Thankfully, they proved to be rather incompetent. Perhaps we should report this to the powers that be. I mean, what kind of ally of the city is accosted by assassins in the middle of the night? Surely somebody can put on heightened patrols.
Ready when you are.
Right, trying again. Speaking to the records keeper.
Well met, friend.
Okay, so we're still not established enough.
Hey.
Which is a little bit of a shame. Ah, we have some guards here. This could be very useful. You see, our quest to look for the tower in an abandoned or how does it describe it? A derelict district. We're looking for a tower in a derelict district. Apparently, speaking to the patrolling justicars could yield some results. So these are not patrolling justicars, but they are justicars nonetheless.
All right then.
So we shall have a quick chinwag with these and see what they can tell us. Fedoran, of course, sporting his new Valian attire, looking very dashing.
Hey.
No, they're no use, no ornament. Obviously, a very sheltered life they live in here. We are going to just pop our heads, swing by this court area. We remember hearing in the sanitarium about a potential court case going on of some importance about animancy, but we don't have an official invitation. Crying shame. Okay, so that's our inquiries done and dusted. In this here part of town, is this the same? Oh, just a different entrance. Right, okay. So we need to try and... So, yeah. Patrolling justicars. Or a lack of in this here district, considering we've just been attacked randomly and nobody's batting a damn eyelid. But we could do with finding one. What about you? Ah. So, Fedoran asking if there is a neighbourhood anywhere within this here city. It's a tower or near a cemetery. Best you stop looking then. The place you want is Heritage Hill. Typical, the last district we haven't explored. Okay, pointing to the northwest. But something happened there. They don't let people in anymore, and none of the knights want to be posted anywhere close to it. Steer clear, if you know what's good for you. Right. So it is Heritage Hill that we want. As I said, it is the last area of the city that we haven't explored. So if I was a betting man, it would say odds on, really, for that to be the district we were after. There's nothing really that we want to do. Just going to double check. Direford Village, there's no point. Whilst we're here, we might as well finish up in the city. Valian Embassy, yes. Speak to Agosti, but I think Pelagina might have to be present for us to speak with Pelagina. No, sorry, Agosti. She wants to speak to him, so we'll have to have her in the party. That's rating the troops. We can't do this quest. Endless paths. Durance and Adair. Yeah, there's nothing else for us to do. So, well, we'll go see what the humdrum is in Heritage Hill.
Ready when you are.
Fedora's speaking with a guard posted outside. Okay.
Hey.
Not saying a great deal. Sounds like undead to me. Sounds very much like undead to me. The sort of rattling of bones.
Of course. Just say the word.
Very spooky. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Okay.
Well met, friend.
The guard holds up a palm. Sorry, but this district's closed by order of the Duke himself. Fedora asking what's going on. The guards glancing at each other. Look, even if I were allowed to tell you, I don't rightly know. All I can say is it, whatever it is, started about 2 months ago. The guards that closed the gate talked of something unnatural that still wakes them in the middle of the night. I don't want to know any more than that. Was there anything else? Yeah. We really do need to get inside. Fedora asking, how on earth do we go about doing that? Trust me, you don't want to. But if you were really set on seeing this for yourself, I suppose you'd have to get permission from Weiler at the keep in First Fires. Okay. Well, we're not going to pay coin. If there's an alternative means to get inside, then parting with coin and trying to bribe a guard. No, we're not in a massive rush to get there, and if all else fails with Weiler, then we will come back and perhaps try our hand at bribery. But right now, we have an alternative option. Plus, we do actually want to delve into the Crucible Keep, because those Crucible Knights could be useful for our battle. Right. Special permission from Weiler. Right. Okay. Back to First Fires then. Nothing like jumping through a few hoops. Hey. We'll just convince he or she that we are going to enter said district and completely and utterly rid it of the menace that has arrived, and in the process, if you wouldn't awfully mind giving us some coin for our services, then that would be most glorious. Not telling her, of course, we have our own business in there. Make it like we are the Good Samaritans, out purely to do a good deed for the city. Raise our profile, and then maybe we will be able to access the records after all. Saviour of Heritage Hill? Sounds like a plan. Right, so for the second time, entering the keep. The first time, of course, we were inquiring about that chap down in the catacombs. Right, special permission. Justicar Aldmar. Maybe he will know where this Weiler character is. I think we're going to have to have a bit of a nosy. I'm assuming we're okay to walk around. Well, somebody will tell us if we're not. So, whilst we are here, actually, for those of you that are not au fait with the old Crucible Knights, Fedoran has read the book already. Just a rather interesting couple of pieces on the development of a Crucible Knight. I thought I had both versions, but obviously not. I've just got the second edition. Where's part 1? Okay, forget that then. I was going to just give you a quick overview of the ranking system. But we appear to be missing book 1. No point starting at book 2, is there? Right, okay, so we've got some sparring going on, some training. Don't really want to interrupt. If we can help it. You need to deal with Heritage Hill. Who's this? Aha! Talk about good timing.
Just say the word.
The Justicar's gaze flicks over to you briefly, before returning to the novitiates gathered in the training area. If this is about patrols, my novitiates are already stretched to their limit. Between the refugee influx and the mess at Heritage Hill, I simply don't have any units to spare. She pauses and then looks over at Fedoran again. Sorry, was there anything else you need? Is there something wrong at Heritage Hill? She lowers her voice. What isn't wrong is the real question. A whole district of walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there, and yet this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumours about the place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about these disappearances. She shakes her head. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters should find a way out... Okay, so asking for a bit of information about Heritage Hill, perhaps before this infestation took over. Used to be one of the most prestigious districts in Defiance Bay, but a few months ago the residents all went mad, started eating each other, and anything else that had the bad luck to wander into the district. I've never seen anything like it. Now every novitiate that stands guard there, everyone that comes back, talks of the stench of the grave and the groans of unspeakable horrors. She holds up one plate-clad finger. The why and the how are questions for the animancers. I seal the district in hopes of containing whatever happened there. It seems to be working for now. Now, if there's anything else, nothing else, I must attend to my duties. Yes, well, we could look into this little issue at Heritage Hill for you. Perhaps get to the bottom of the problem. Maybe restore it, or well, help to restore it back to its former glory. She steps back and regards Fedora. And after what I've just told you, you want to go to Heritage Hill? I've lost Trey's soldiers there. Why should I let anyone in? What's the harm in letting me try? If you're so eager to rush to your death, I won't stop you. She quietly looks on at the novitiates. And if you're somehow able to put a stop to this... You've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. All right. Suppose before we leave, just clarifying her rank here. What does she do? I'm in charge of the keep's novitiates. I'm responsible for their trading and patrol assignments. They're good soldiers, and they've been quick to adapt to new challenges. All right. Mission sentries. What's that all about? So the guards would be expecting me. Very good. Alright, well before we enter, we're already in the keep now. We might as well have a look around while we're here. Well, it is a rather large place, isn't it? So what's this? The training room, we've got the archives, the forge, the barracks, the war room, the shrine of Abaddon. Alright, well we'll have a look at the shrine, why not? Well, let's have a look. Let's see if we can find somebody who's in charge. Perhaps get a bit of an inkling as to how we go about getting these people to assist us in the battle. Could be a starter for 10. Alright. Nothing of great interest in here. Is that an upstairs? That's the war room. Yeah, go on then. Let's have a look in the war room. Let's see, was it planning on some...
We just don't have the manpower.
Interesting. They seem to be in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah?
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
I take it you're in charge round here? Here in Defiance Bay, anyhow. The High Justice is the leader of our order, but he's currently stationed at Fleetbreaker Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and to keep order for the Duke. And you mentioned not having enough soldiers, I hear.
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound very good. Yes, well, yes, a man in high power, high position, leader of the order of here, the justiciars, as they're pronounced, could be useful to try and get on his good side. Fedoran offering his services. Gives you a thin smile. Always refreshing to meet someone who'd rather fix a problem than complain about it. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience or fear. Some agitator throws a rock at them, we don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armour, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Vienna lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the Scriveners' dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his area of expertise anyway. Once you've brought him the research, he can sell you any arms or armour if you have need. He forges and repairs all of our equipment. You won't find a more capable smith in Defiance Bay. Alright. Well, we'll bear that in mind. We won't rush right to it, of course. We do have other more pressing issues, but yes. Getting on the good side of the Crucible Knights is certainly definitely a priority. No, not priority, but it's something we need to do. Something we need to do. And the mess hall, barracks, we'll come back and explore. Actually, no, we'll continue on, I think, just in case there are other things that we can do. The archives.
Hey.
Ah, Penhelm. Okay, and this is the forge. We'll have a quick chat with Dunstan.
Ready when you are.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
Ooh, Ooh. It's a good job for Doran's on the ball. He's bringing up the fact that we found several... I don't think we found several fragments. We found a single fragment, but yeah, an ancient sword down in our endless paths. Asking if he can possibly repair it. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks adherent. Special made. Must have been a commission for a champion of some sort. Hands the shard back to Fedoran. A sword of this calibre would have had a specially designed hilt too. It would be a shame to graft anything else onto it. And besides, it'll balance best with all the original pieces. You'll find the rest of it, and I'll forge it for you. Well, that's exactly what we wanted to hear, so we know where to bring it when we do have the sword's pieces incomplete, you know, all complete. Right, and then telling him that we've been tasked in assisting with the building of these forge knights.
So much for his talk of secrecy. Aye, I'm building Cleaver's metal warriors. He says they're what we need to keep order in Defiance Bay, so...
Sounds like you disagree about creating these knights. I disagree with him on near everything, and this is no exception. These forge knights won't solve our manpower problem. He can call them what he wants, but they aren't knights. Don't think Sagani likes it either. And don't get me started on the other problem. Those souls he's brought to power the forged knights. Cleaver keeps telling himself that they came from willing donors, but he knows better. There's a reason you have to buy souls through less than legal channels. We should be clearing those scavengers off the road, not doing business with them. Does sound a little bit dodgy. Do we want to be part of this? Okay, so asking how he's creating these knights. Suits of armour and souls. Cleaver's had me repairing and reinforcing unused armour for months now, just so he can fill them with some poor sod's essence. So long as that scholar girl's got her numbers right, infusing the armour with the soul won't be that hard. But that's not what bothers me. Okay, and of course, you need the research to complete the knights. She's been working out a method to transfer the souls into the armour. Getting the process just right is critical. He holds up one hand. Bind the souls too tightly and you get something like those flesh constructs at the sanitarium. Barely bright enough to avoid walking into a wall. He raises his other hand. But bind them too loosely, and they'll be too self-aware for their own good. Mad killers in metal bodies. Alright. I'm getting a little bit further information here. Okay, reservations. Well, it will be good with good reason. Now okay, so I think we're done here. If we can find our way out, it would be useful. It's a bit of a strange setup, this place, isn't it? There's the main hall. There doesn't appear to be... Oh, okay, could probably just pass right through the archives rather than going through the training room. Possibly. Yeah, I think the door's open. In fact, we could just come down here and out. Redesign your bloody building.
Hey.
Dawn is breaking. A perfect time to head into a district full of undead. Okay, a few more people out and about now that the Daylight is upon us. It's a good job you went out last night, folks. There's some bloody assassins around every corner. Stay inside for your own safety. Alright, so we should have access now.
Yeah?
Gods keep you.
Ugh. I see the stench hasn't driven you away yet. Yes. We have authority to enter. We've spoken to Weiler, and we are going to be looking for some missing guards to boot. Care to open the gates? So you're the one she sent word about. Guard looking for door up and down, frowning. I was expecting her to send a whole squad of justiciars. Not that I'm volunteering, mind you. I'll have the gate opened immediately. Just watch your step. I'm afraid we can't send anyone after you if this goes badly. Okay, so getting some information here. Asking if he's heard or seen anything unusual. Friend, I'd try to see and hear as little possible. One of the women on the last watch said she heard someone shouting from the northeast part of the district. Something that sounded like an order. But I don't see how anyone could survive in there. Once or twice I've caught a glimpse of something moving on the other side of the gate. Guard shudders. I'd just as soon forget it. Alright, and any ideas about what might have happened to the other guards? None. And I've no desire to find out, if you catch my meaning. The ones that disappeared weren't the deserting type. The worst part is, both times the watch disappeared, the next rotation found the gate unlocked. I don't know whether they went in, or whether something got out. But if it's the latter, refugees are going to be the least of our problems. Okay, the gate swings open, and Fedoran, like Clark Kent in a phone booth, changes into his battle attire. Doesn't want to get any unnecessary dirt and grime on his Vailian attire.
Hey.
Okay, going in, I think. Yeah, going in. So join me next time. We've reached the end of today's session. It's no point of starting a new district, considering we were already past the half-an-hour mark, and it was roughly the kind of time scale I set for this first session. The next session, of course, will be the usual kind of length, and we shall explore Heritage Hill, take down some undead, and find out what the hell's been going on. Hopefully, without too much problems. So until then, see you soon.